Chicagoland. We're back in the ARCA Series for Chicagoland. 40 laps here, and we are the number 5 with a full field. We'll try and do our best here. Chicagoland is sometimes a tough track. This car can be really fun here, but it can be really tough to pass because that high side is so strong. But this car was feeling pretty loose in practice, so we'll see how that turns out. But I just did a couple laps in the warm-up right before qualifying here, and it was feeling way more gripped up than it was in practice before the session launched, so we'll see what we can do. Normally, the way I used to be able to do a fast line is just run around the top almost full throttle, but I don't think that's the quickest, at least for me right now. The first lap, though, I do run up top as hard as I can to build up some momentum. We got a little bit loose there and a little wall. And then the second lap we'll go low in the corners and see how that turns out. Just try not to lose it on the exit of 2. But this kind of builds up the momentum, gets the tires up to temp. Go down here to get a little extra speed, cut off a little bit of the distance. When you go down here, you really don't need brake. Really don't want to get loose, and that kills the lap. And looks like we're going to be starting in the back. Should have just run on the bottom both laps. That stinks. It's 30.3s up there, and we're in the 30.6s, so we're nowhere near it. I wish I could qualify better. Never in all my years of sim racing have I been very good at qualifying. And I don't expect that to ever change. But we're dropping back to 18th already. Should just run low first lap. But what can you do? We got Nick Martin here, number 17 car. He's starting up at 6th at the moment, by the look of it. We're all the way back to 19th. We also have Bob in here. Haven't seen him in a while. He is number 15. He's just behind us at the moment, but he may end up doing a better lap. No, he does a 30.9. Maybe he got loose as well. That probably would have been an okay lap had we not got loose there out of 2. That's what I was struggling with in practice, and that's what I was hoping to not do there, but at least we got a lap in. Not that that would have made any difference. We should have just not qualified at that point. Give Nick Martin a good look. And we'll be just trying to move forward a little bit if we can. See if we can do a little bit better of a job of saving our right front compared to Bristol last week, because that was not good. Get this all where we want it. We are starting 20th out of 24. We're the number 5. Basically didn't qualify is what that is, but maybe there'll be a big wreck up front. Probably won't be, though. They're usually run pretty clean here, I think.
Alright, man. Line up on the outside road.
We'll just have to see what we can get.
Put in plenty of fuel to finish the race.
Pit road is closed.
The estimated SOF is
3,356.
A top 12
we expect to be fighting for the podium.
would be a win, I think, starting this far back.
On the grid.
But we'll see if we can get there. I don't know if I've got very much speed to speak of. A 30.6 is probably the best I can do. But this is the 40-lap race, so tire wear could come into play a little bit more than when we do a 35-lap race. We'll have to see. But we're not going to be pushing it too hard to start with, I don't think. I don't want to be going backwards at the end like I was at Bristol, and then, I mean, if we go backwards from here, there's not much further we can fall, so. We'll have to see. I don't know what this is going to look like when we get going. Chicagoland at night. This can sometimes even be tougher to pass because there's more grip. We got Bob starting right behind us in his purple car. And maybe we'll be able to go up through the field and he can follow us if our row will go.
It's the 20 car. It's the 16 car.
Who knows how this will turn out? Got the night lighting here, so the in-car lighting is going to be all over the place, flashing, which is unfortunate. This track could really use a refresh, but since it's not an active track, I doubt that ever happens. Unless NASCAR ever goes back here. Which I don't think is completely out of the question, but probably not super likely anytime soon. The next gens would put on such a much better race here than the 550 package ever did. But now they're racing the Chicago Street course, which,
Get ready.
to be fair, is a pretty fun race to watch. But doesn't matter for us, we got it on iRacing here. We're getting ready to go green for 40 laps.
Green flag.
And here we
green
go.
flag.
16 blinks right as we get the green.
You got one inside.
That's alright. We got one guy dropping to the apron already up there.
On the low side.
And we are off.
Go there. Hold your line.
Oh my gosh.
Stay high.
Big wiggle. I saw somebody up there get it as well. Came out of nowhere. I think I've had that happen to me before here though, crossing that seam or just barely touching it. Can just send the car sideways real fast when we're not even up to speed yet. I would like to get low, but not an option for us yet.
All clear, all clear. Inside.
So we'll just stick with our lane and hopefully not get that big sideways right there.
Still there.
But we got last lap.
Stay high. On the low side.
To the outside of the 16.
All clear, all clear.
But he gets a good run around the bottom, gets underneath the 10. See if we can clear the 22 and get it in front of him. We can. Somebody up there hit the wall, middle of the corner, but
Got one outside.
probably looked harder than it actually was.
Clear high.
I don't think it slowed him down very much.
Got one outside. Still there.
Using a little bit more wheel than I want to right now, but don't really have an option. We'll come down here
Still there. Hold your line.
just to make sure he doesn't turn down into us, down the tri-oval, expecting us to go down there.
Just bit off to the left. 30.487. Still there. Hold your line.
And that guy hits the wall and goes sideways. The 7 car.
On the high side.
The 11 up into the wall, and I'm getting tight. Not doing a very good job with my tires at the moment, feels like. I'm going to be 3 wide, making contact. I'm still going to be 3 wide.
Stay low.
This is harder than I want to be racing back here. We might get clear here in just a second.
Stay low.
Maybe.
Still there.
Well, he gets a big run around the outside. That's the 11 there.
Still there.
And we're losing these guys in front of us. Yep.
Stay low.
Tough to pass. Just can't do anything against that outside. It's always been a thing here.
Stay low.
The 16 who we were trying to follow. Oh, 10 car got loose.
You're clear high.
He's had no trouble. Well, I say that, but he hasn't really moved up once he got back to that little group. We haven't moved up at all from our start. And I don't feel like we've saved the tires, so maybe we're just really slow. Most likely, though, track position is just a really big deal, and we did not get it at all. But that's our own fault, of course. Got a little gap behind us. We're closing back in on these guys a little bit. I think people are going to start smacking the wall out of the corner sometime soon. I've seen a few people hit it, but it's been middle of the corner. And the lighting out of 1 and 2 is just terrible. Just flashing all over the place.
Got one outside. Stay low. Still there? What's the line? All clear.
I think I was going to take it 3 wide.
Outside. Stay low.
He was trying to, at least, it seemed like. That's the 11 again.
What's the line?
I don't know if he was actually going for 3 wide, though. Oh my gosh, just doesn't turn at all once we get into 3.
Stay low.
We just cannot go forward. Once we get to the inside, we just stall out completely.
You're clear high. Clear high.
Oh my gosh, and he hits the wall in front of us right as we get up behind him. That was bad timing.
Cal looks fine. No damage.
Just a 0x, no damage. That was scary though. Could have been bad. I think the outside's where you want to pass, but it's going to be hard to do that. Oh my goodness.
Got one outside. Still there? What's the line? John bottom 3 wide.
Guess we're going 3. It's probably a bad idea.
Hold your line. Hold your line. Outside.
16 slips up a little bit. We're going to the apron. Make sure we get plenty of room.
31.327. Got one
Still not
outside.
clear.
2 wide there. Outside. You're 2 wide there. You're clear high. Clear high.
But we are now. We'll slide up the track. Whew. Made that work somehow. Made that work somehow. Let's see if we can pull away. I don't want to get stuck and lose even more time. Haven't seen any contact up ahead. Really just seen a couple wall hits and that's it. It's been very clean, which is good, but doesn't help us at all being this far back. But should have qualified better. Almost to halfway, be there in just a few laps. Yawed it out a little bit there through 2. That'll help, I think, a little bit. There's a pretty good little pack up ahead. Entering turn 1 now. They're all all single file now again, but they were side by side for a few rows there. Really, the 21's just a bit far back from the 7, but after that, they're kind of all nose to tail. Pretty close. I'm getting pretty tight on entry. Just not what I want. Can't do much right now. Maybe have hit the wall. Try and lift a little bit earlier. See if that gets us anything. 7 keeps blinking a little bit. 21 misses the corner, but he's going to have a good run on exit. Maybe he was just going up there on purpose. 14 car has kind of maintained that gapping. He's kind of pulling in a little bit actually on us. He gets very tight. Can't do anything right now.
31.76.
I wish I could qualify. 'Cause now we're pushing too hard, and that's costing us more time. It's going to make us worse off later. Just getting way too tight, pushing way too hard on entry. And we're back in 18th. This is a rough one. Plenty of time for some contact, though. 14's getting very close to us, and I'm just overdriving entry every corner now. 14's running the top. I'm afraid if I go up there, though, I'm just going to plow and hit the wall, which I would rather not do.
Car 4.
Taking the lead.
Outside. Still there. You're clear high. Clear high.
That hurt our momentum out of the corner, not being able to go up to the wall. I don't know how we're ever going to be able to get around the 21. Like, you need to go up top to do it, but he's just running the top every time. It's not like he's just going to give us the top.
You got one outside. You're clear high. Clear high.
He has to hit the wall or something.
Outside. Stay low. There's a car on the high side. Stay low.
I hate these top line dominant tracks that get real tight. We can't do anything.
You're clear high. Clear high. Outside. Sorry. Still there.
Braking, trying to slow down and everything. Oh,
Stay low.
Some contact up ahead. They're losing it.
Have a slow car on the bottom. Go high. Stay low.
Oh my.
All clear. All clear.
The guy was all over the place. 20 paid the price, or 21. That's unfortunate.
Break.
Yeah, I wasn't sure where he was going to end up. I think that was only one spot well, 2 spots. I thought he was going to slide low, keep sliding low, and then he whipped it back to the right across the track. And that ended the 21's day, unfortunately. Got us a couple spots, though. We'll take them with the way our race is going.
The lead is on 32.058.
We probably just need to go to the top now, but
You're blinking pretty bad, and I'm pretty sure you got 18 into the wall.
I'm really worried about hitting the wall, as we just got massive tight. We probably just need to stick with our line. I'm not going to get any quicker up there. I'm going to be too worried about hitting the wall, probably. But everybody's running up there. We had somebody clip the wall, it looked like. But not slowing them down. I feel like with the way it's going, though, it's really tight and people are pushing pretty hard to try and make it past. There could be some more contact. Just desperation move to try and clear somebody, that, or drive it in a little too hard. Push up, or push too hard on exit and push up. We'll have to see. They could just keep it clean, though, and we may not get anything else. Sitting 16th. Little brake jag to try and stop overdriving it a bit. Keep the pressure off the right front. We are gaining a little bit and pulling away from the 14 a little bit. Not much at all, but as long as we can keep it out of the wall and keep getting decent exits without getting loose or having to lift for tightness. A little bit loose right there. That's a good sign, actually. I don't know why I entered so low there. Maybe we can get to the outside of the 7 if he's still trying to get around the 18 when we get there, but he gets back up. 14's here. Oh, and the 18 just hit the wall.
Outside. All clear. All
Get around him. 7 might take off now that he's cleared. Got a clear track. 10 laps to go. Here comes the 14.
Car 1 has taken the lead.
We hit that loose button, middle of 1 and 2. That cost us a bit. Seven's blinking a lot, making it look like he's getting into the wall. Can't really tell where he is. We hit that loose button again. There's just a spot in 1 and 2 where it will just snap you sideways, and there's nothing you can do about it. 14's going to get to our inside.
Stay high. There's the car on the low side. Clear low, clear low.
We'll see what the outside has, if we can do anything up here without hitting the wall hard. Somebody up ahead just hit the wall.
Stay high.
The Dale Jarrett car.
All clear, all clear. Inside.
And he hit the wall again hard.
Stay high.
I don't think I can hold off 14 though.
All clear, all clear.
Oh, that was a horrible entry. I was looking at the Dale Jarrett car, seeing if he was going to hit the wall again. Outside prevails though on the 14. He gets too tight there, loses quite a bit of momentum. But we're not close enough to do anything to these guys. Even if we finish back here, we've had a decent race around us. Everybody's being clean, at least. 14's got a lot more tire than we do. And there's nothing we can do about that, except guard the top and hope he doesn't get a good enough run down low. And wait for people to hit the wall.
Outside. Still there? Hold the line. All clear, all clear.
We clear Dale Jarrett. Should be able to stay in front of him. That helps. Man, it's tight. Just keep it out of the wall. We should be okay. I keep thinking the 7's going to the wall, but it's just him blinking up the track. 16, or no, that was the 8. I think just cleared the 7 and slid up in front of him, and was a really good move. He might be working on the 19 as well. 7 keeps getting close to that outside, I think. Trying to get a drink of water, a little bit loose down straightaway. Happens. 2 laps to go. Is anything going to happen in front of us? See some slow cars up ahead. They are wrecking each other. There's another free spot. Don't know who that was. This could be a spot as well. Do we go low? Wait for them to push up in 3 and 4. We're not even to the white flag yet.
Alright, man.
Now we are.
One more to go. You got one inside. Stay high. Racing on the low side. Still there. Stay high.
Nobody in front of me hit the wall, please. Alright, we're going to go low in 3 and 4 here.
Clear low.
Now that we
clear
cleared
low.
him.
You got one outside. Stay low.
Still went up there, Larry. Good race, guys.
Towards the line. You're on the bottom 3 wide.
Ooh, we might get both of them. 7 might have got us. 10th!
There's the flag, man.
Woo! Top 10.
There you go, man.
What did I say? Top 12 would be a miracle. Top 10 with 0x. Good race. That was a fun finish. I was waiting for him to push up. That's why I wanted to go low.
Back there. That was fun.
In 3 and
I
4.
learned something from you, 5.
Whew! That was fun. That was a great race. Great job to everybody around us. We had an awesome battle there. Real tough battle. Great finish there at the end. We gained 3 spots there coming to the line?
Pit boxing 10.
Oh, that's fun. That was great. Great stuff. I have to see that finish. We were in the grass. I was trying to cut as much off of the inside that I could to get a decent run to the line. Oh my gosh. That was fun. 65-71. Hopefully that wasn't Nick Martin spinning. Oh, it might have been. Oh, he was the 17. Okay. That was a fun finish. So we actually passed him at the end too. And look at that finish. 5 thousandths of a second there to Regan in the 7. Oh man. That was fun. Oh, that was fun. Good stuff. 65-71 is what we said. Let's take a look at that finish. I can't believe we gained that much there at the end. I knew they were pushing, and I knew they were going to push as hard as they could the final corner, so I went low to try and catch them. Nick had to check up there at the end, and he lost some ground. He was up. He started up close to the top 5, I think, didn't he? Qualified. Let's take a look at that final lap. Let's do TV cam for that, actually. This is coming to the white flag. We got the run. I knew we were going to have to get around the 8 on the outside, and I was just hoping that the people in front of us weren't going to hit the wall. Middle of the corner in front of us, and we'll have nowhere to go. But thankfully they kept it off the wall. I was keeping it a little bit low, so I maybe would have a chance to turn down. There's 4 cars lined up there. You can't even really see it with how far back that is. But We clear the 8, and he gets tight down low, so he loses some momentum. So that allows me to dive down low in 3 and 4, except it's so tight I don't even get it to the bottom. And they're pushing hard. Oh, Nick Martin got the wall there. And we're side by side at the line. I thought we were 3 wide, but Nick got the wall, and that took him out of it. But I was trying to keep it low. But, man. Let's take a look at this finish right here. Almost 4 wide. Or 4 on top of each other there. We are 3 wide for a moment. 7's blinking out quite a bit there. He was blinking a lot of that race. Man, that was a close finish. That was a close finish. Had we had one more lap to go, this move to go to the bottom there was not going to work. It was only going to work coming to the line on this lap. So that's why I tried to save it for that point. And what? We were in 13th coming to the white flag, and we finished in 10th on a track you just cannot pass on. I'm pretty happy with that. That is pretty good. I am happy. Top 10 after we started back in 20th, fell back to like 22nd. We're running in 18th for a while. Could not do anything, and we somehow claw our way up to the top 10. I am pretty happy with that. Starting with track position would have been a whole lot easier and just not burning up your stuff, but you know, sometimes I just can't do that. Sometimes I can't start with track position. Also, it was Regan there in the 7 that got loose at the beginning after he just grabbed the wall. But he kept it up there for a long time. And this is when we got in behind the 11, and then he hits the wall, entering the corner. And I've done that many, many, many times on corner entry, so no big deal there. We survived it. Bob stayed back pretty far. He grabs the wall there. That pulls him back. We didn't see him after the beginning, unfortunately. There's a 3 doing the same thing that the 11 did, grabbing the wall and then getting stuck to it, and then there's that safer barrier. 16 misses the safer barrier, but he taps the wall. Little prediction code up against the wall. Oh, and then the 11. 11 pushing up. 22 he's running the top. He's not really, I mean, he's kind of low, but he's holding a consistent line. I mean, he's going out to the wall. I think that's just the 11 pushing up a little bit. On exit, it's just so tight. Just a tiny, tiny little tap there sends him sideways. Was it him we saw sideways? No, that was behind us. We're up there. We'll have to see what happened in front of us that took out the 21. 23, I believe that is. Grabs his wall, gets stuck to it a bit. 24, we saw him grab the wall a couple times. Dale Jarrett car. Then the 22 and the 16. Prediction code into the wall there. Oh, and the 6 gets a massive push up into the 12. That was a really bad push. And here's the 20 spinning, and that's what happened to him. Just a victim of circumstance here. There's nowhere for him to go there. He moves left to avoid the 12, and then the 2 is there, and then he's just trying to gather it back up. And at this point, he needs to just lock it down. But he's still trying to save it, and then, yep. Because when he was right here, he pointed this way, I thought he was going to spin low, and I think the 21 did as well. So I move up to try and squeeze up beside the 21 to get around him on the outside, but then he whips it back left, so I have to turn left, and the 21, no time to react. And we were having a good battle there. That's unfortunate that it ended like that. He was just holding his line. It looks clear all the way there until he gets to him and then just closes up on him. Unfortunate for him. Does he get hit again? No, probably not. 8 car snags the wall. Doesn't cost him too much though, just one spot. That could be really bad depending on how you catch it. Can't ever get it off of it and lose a bunch of momentum, but that only lost him the one spot there. 18 just gets up on the wall, gets that wall glue, and trying to get it off of that. We were underneath him there at that point. And he just pulls out and says he's done. 24, there's that big push again. Just trying to drive through the tightness. We saw that up in front of us. 12 all the way against the wall. Little snag. I think everything else is just going to be wall hits until we get to the end. There was a little bit of contact that sent one guy spinning into turn 1 or just before turn 1. Not sure who that was. Nick Martin here. Little prediction code, nothing. $11 in the wall. Yeah, 12's going sideways. Let's see what happened to that. So he is just up massively blocking the 9. So that is why he just got sent. I mean, the 9 going way up the track and the 12 turning straight right down the straightaway to block him, and then actually Nick gets a little bit of contact there. But thankfully didn't hurt him too much. Ooh, that could have been very bad, but that kills a lot of his momentum entering turn 1, which got us all into his race. He was running top 10 at that point, though, doing really good as the number 17. But when you get a super top-line dominant track like this where you just cannot pass on the bottom easily at all, you get people just blocking like crazy. That's another reason I do not like these types of tracks. You need to either have both lanes working, or if you're going to have a one-lane track, it needs to be the bottom lane. Because you can at least have options that way. You cannot pass down low on a top-line dominant track unless you're throwing a massive slider or you've just got such a big tire advantage. And it is very hard to get a tire advantage that big on only a 40 lap or a 35 lap race like you'd see in this series. That's it. Just a couple car contacts. We are the number 5 and we started 20th. Was doing really bad, and thankfully we managed to sneak our way up into the top 10. Nick Martin still as the 17 car gets a 12th place, which is really good. Good job to him. Bob as the number 15. He kind of stays around where we qualified, 19th. Wasn't able to move up much, unfortunately. But we have a good race with everybody around us. That was a ton of fun. And we came out on a decent end of it. If we could have qualified around 10th, I wonder where we would have been able to finish. But being able to move up that much at this combo is pretty cool, so I'm glad about that. That was a fun one. Thanks for watching.